Okay, hi guys, Jamie here. This is gonna be a video about all the books I've read so far. This is gonna probably be like my 2015 all the books I've read because excuse me, uh, I was busy in January and also I didn't have my laptop or a webcam or any type of possible way of recording something without it being pretty. And so, sorry about the glare in my glasses, it's just the way it's gonna be. But anyways, yeah, this is gonna be about all the books I've read, and I guess I'll just start with this one, Ender's Game by Orson Scott Card. It is a major motion picture now. And it's funny because, like, the movie's been out for so long, but anyways, I had to read this for school. And this is a little beat up because we used it so much, like, every day for, like, a whole month. And it's basically about a boy named Ender who is like in this futuristic version of Earth, and it's more of like what do you call that place? Whatever the opposite of a utopia is. It is the opposite of that. And they basically have like all these nuclear wars and stuff. So yeah, definitely go check that out. Like if you're into futuristic like aliens and stuff, go check this out. But for me, I didn't like it too much because I'm not into that. But that's just my opinion, you could like it. Um, Mouse 1 and 2 by Art Spiegelman. These are both about Art talking to his dad about World War II, excuse me, cannot speak today. The first one is called My Father Bleeds History, and the other one is called And Here My Troubles Began. The first one is more about, like, before getting into the concentration camps and, like, all the restrictions and stuff. And, I would say this is good for, like, readers, 12 and up, because it makes it easier to swallow and it's not as graphic as it could be. Granted, these are graphic novels, but in it, the author Art has put the communists. They are shown as pigs in like the animal form, and then the Jews are mice and the Nazis are cats. So it's not like you're looking at an actual human burned to death or whatever. And so Mouse 2 is more in the concentration camps. Well, obviously the cover shows it. But, yeah, I liked them. Though it's funny because I have not actually read Mouse 2. I've read it for the most part, but I'm not done with it yet. They're just extremely long. Like, you look at them thinking, like, this is very thin, but it's actually, like, a billion pages long. And I guess I'll show you some of the art in it. So, yeah. The next one is a really good one. This is an author many of you probably heard of. If you like the best-selling novel or graphic novel, Smile and Drama, you will definitely like this. Sisters by Raina Telgemeier. This is basically picking up like a little bit in between where Smile takes place. This is more when she's 14, Raina, and this is about her relationship with her sister when they go on this road trip from San Francisco to a family reunion in Colorado. So, yeah. And it's like there's a bunch of funny scenes in it and everything. And it's cool. And I guess I will show you some of the artwork in it. It is not an actual comic strip page, but yeah. This one I recently finished. It is Awkward by Svitlana Chimakova. I cannot say her name. But anyways, it's about like this girl named Pepe or Penelope Torres, and she's she's in a new school, so she's having a little bit of a rough time. And she's in the art club, which made me intrigued because I'm into art and I'm a really good artist. I'll show you some of it in a video, but it's probably gonna be towards more like towards the summertime because I don't get all my artwork back until like the end of the school year. So yeah. Anyways, she bumps into this guy named Jamie, and she pushes him away. And she feels bad about it, and in the end, they all become friends. So that's all I'm going to say about it because I want you guys to go and read it. But yeah, this is like a really good book. The next couple, I read very, very way back in 2015 when I was like still in 7th grade. So yeah, these are kind of like more like classic, some of them. I read The Outsiders by S.E. Hinton. Many of you have probably heard of this book because it's kind of a necessity to read this. It's about these kids who like live on the wrong side of town and all their opinions of the rich kids on the brighter side of town, and the protagonist is Ponyboy, and yeah, so it's like a really good book. This is also a movie too, but I would definitely read the book then watch the movie because, as many people say, the book is way better than the movie. I have actually not watched the movie. I technically have, but I didn't know I was watching it at the time. The next one, this is kind of a beaten up book because it was laying in the bottom of my backpack for so very long. Out of My Mind by Sharon M. Draper. This is about a handicapped kid. Her name is Melody and she's 11. And it's basically about her struggles and everything because being a handicapped kid, many people see, oh, you know, you can't do this, you can't do that, you just are stuck in the special classroom for the rest of your life and you can't do anything like a normal kid would do. And yeah, so definitely go check this out. Okay, and I'll just say this, sticking with the Sharon M. Draper theme. Sorry, I'm sick. Anyways, I also read Tears of a Tiger by Sharon M. Draper this year, and it's basically about these groups of friends, like more in the inner city schools of Cincinnati, and it's about, okay, this guy named Andy and a bunch of his friends from the basketball team, they go on a drive and they get in a crash and one of their friends dies. So it's about how everyone handles it and everything, and it's talked through from police reports, notes, homework, and also just their thoughts too. So the next one is, wow, this is actually sticking with a big theme of Sharon M. Draper. We Beat the Streets by Sharon M. Draper and the Three Doctors. This is a nonfiction book, and the doctors are Doctors Sampson Davis, George Jenkins, and Remick Hunt. This is about three guys, the three doctors, and how they grew up in Newark, New Jersey, which is a very tough place to live in. And how like they got into a friendship pact and how it led them to success. And pretty much it goes into a lot of detail of how the streets of Newark are, and like what they experienced in it and everything, and how they came to want to be involved in the medical field. This is a classic one too. The Giver by Lois Lowry. I also read this well in this new school year, but back in 2015 I read this. It is a major motion picture too, and it is a Newbery Honors Medal. So, winner. This is also like about the opposite of Utopia. I cannot think of the word right now, but whatever the opposite of that is, it is what this book is about. Uh, Wait, yeah, utopian society. Okay, that's what it's about. And basically, it's about Jonas, this guy named Jonas, and his friends, and also like, because they live in a utopian society, so everything is like thought out for them. They get their name chosen for them. They get their appearance assigned to them, and they basically get their jobs chosen for them. So they don't really get to choose anything, and it's basically about how they deal with it and how they solve that problem. Okay, the next couple are basically ew. What is that? Okay, leftover from packaging. These are all in the same book series. I don't have the second one with me right now because it is currently at school in my locker. The Amulet series books 1, 3, 4, and 5 are right here right now. I have not read the 6th or the 7th. The 7th, I think it either came out last month or is coming out this month, so I have no idea what's going on with that. But the first one, the Stone Keeper. The second one is the Stone Keeper's Curse. The third one is the Cloud Searchers. The fourth one is the Last Council. The fifth one is the Prince of the Elves. And then the sixth one, I think it is called like Lucian something. I have no idea. The first one is basically, okay, it takes place like in this fantasy land called, I think it's called Eledia or something. And, oh yeah, this is also by Kazu Kibushi. And this is about Emily, her brother Naven, and her mom, and they all end up going into their basement one night because they're moving to this new house because her father died. And they go through the basement door, and they end up in this fantasy land, and they have to like go through all these obstacles, and I'm assuming in the end it's gonna be happy, but I have no idea. But it's so weird how I got into these because, like, I thought these were a movie or whatever. I thought these were actually made into a movie because there's this bucket full of, like, books that were made into movies, and the first one happened to be in it. But anyways, these are extremely good. I highly recommend these. So, yeah, thank you guys for watching. I will be back with more later on, maybe in the next 2 days. I'm not sure. It just depends on how life is. But anyways, bye.